Hey, good morning. Patricia Murphy here. It's Saturday. This is Seattle Now. Today we're bringing you the best from newsrooms around Washington. First, 2 Haitian immigrants in Spokane share their stories. Temporary Protected Status, or TPS, is a humanitarian designation for immigrants coming to the U.S. because of danger or disaster in their home country. Last year, former U.S. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem decided Haiti no longer met the threshold for that status. TPS for Haitians was set to expire at the beginning of February, but a judge in D.C. paused that order the night before Haitians would have lost the protections. Spokane Public Radio spoke with 2 Haitians about why they came to the U.S. and how they're trying to move forward despite the controversy around their status. Widgen Just is studying at Spokane Community College in the hopes of becoming an immigration lawyer. Katia Jasmine is the executive director of Creole Resources. When Jasmine started the nonprofit in 2023 to help Creole immigrants learn English and find jobs, she had already lived in Spokane for a decade. But the number of people who turned out for the group's first event still surprised her.
70 plus people shows up. I was like, I didn't know we have that many Haitian here. And then, and then more people move here and then bring their family over. And then there was like the Biden program, which is if you're legal here, you can sponsor someone in Haiti. So that's why most of the one that we have here came from the TPS and the Biden program, that's when Regine moved here.
As Katia say, I moved here in the Biden program and because of my uncle, because he lives here in Spokane. And I came here at 17. So without parents, it was just me. And I think a lot of families left Haiti to come here for safety, and have more opportunities.
I tell people my story because back in Haiti, gang member come to my house and stuff, and then when they were about to leave, they took me with them because they say I was the mouthy one because I was the one talking back to them. And it was scary. But they did let me go because we give money, but it's scary. So February 3rd was the date that CPS was scheduled to expire. So they did not extend it, but they blocked the revocation of the TPS. So they say Haitians still can work. So employers cannot fire them or do anything. But the thing is, since the first time, this administration was they were going after Haitian. We eat dogs and cats. And when the first time they say they're going to stop TPS, a lot of employers fires Haitian. That was 2025 we were talking about. And since then, they still cannot find job. They are applying for jobs and stuff. They still cannot find jobs. And after they put the ban on Haiti, so Haiti is one of the countries that have the ban on. So people that was supposed to get their citizenship, they are not scheduled them to get that. People that's supposed to get their permanent residence are not getting any interview to get that. And people that already passed the test to become a U.S. citizen, they say you're not qualified for it.
TPS for Haitian, it's mean stability and protection. It allows, Haitian to work legally, and then they can protect their children back in Haiti, the family, they can support them, and then they can live without consistent fear. For me personally, TPS bring a peace of mind. So I can go to school, and then I can work without thinking about my status and stuff. And then that's also give me hopes and motivation I can move forward.
I see other people are still getting their citizenship and permanent resident. So I would like them to facilitate that for the Haitian too. Because all they need is just to work and so they can support their family. So by blocking all the pathway or anything that can help them support their family, I don't think it's fair. If they open the door for them, they are not asking for handout. As soon as they move here, the first thing they ask you, can you find me a job? And they want to learn English. So English and job. So we don't want to be on welfare. Like people think that we are on welfare. No. The way we were raised, they always tell us, like, never ask the government for anything. If you can go and clean somebody's house, do it. So that's a living. We earn our money. So that's all we are asking, a way that so we can earn money, so we can help support ourselves and our family.
That was Widgeon Just and Katia Jasmine, 2 Haitian immigrants living in Spokane. That story was produced by Spokane Public Radio's Eliza Billingham. Next, Coast Salish peoples in the Pacific Northwest have been weaving robes, blankets, and shawls for centuries. They use wool from wild mountain goats and, in the past, from a dog breed that's now extinct. A new exhibition at the Burke Museum showcases this artwork and documents how it's being kept alive. It's called Woven in Wool, Resilience in Coast Salish Weaving. We get more from KNKX arts and culture reporter Freddie Menares.
Inside a dimly lit room at the Burke Museum are blue, red, and purple braids of wool paired with materials used to dye them, such as berries, alder cones, and red mushrooms. Delicate older garments are displayed proudly alongside young, vibrant threads, including a shawl and small bag created by Kelly Sullivan using a technique called overspun.
When you take it off the loom, it's like the spirit comes to life for the weaving. And when you do those little twists, it's almost like you can see it. Like it's transforming.
She says the material sort of dances around and comes to life. It's her favorite part of the weaving process. Woven in Wool, Resilience in Coast Salish Weaving features new pieces like Sullivan's alongside 30 loans of historic robes, capes, and regalia from museums in Canada and across the country, some dating back to the 1800s. The Smithsonian loaned the museum a pelt from a woolly dog, a breed that is now extinct. And these dogs were kept by Coast Salish peoples for their hair or wool. This pelt is the only known specimen in existence. Some of these older pieces were used by tribal officials when meeting dignitaries. Others were used in ceremonies or, more practically, to keep people warm. Sullivan and other weavers studied these pieces to make new work. She says the show is a way to share the practice with others and to preserve it.
I hope in 100 years someone's learning from this dress and this shawl and this bag, and they're trying to figure out how I did it. Just like I wonder how they did that.
Katie Bunn-Marcuse is with the Burke Museum. She says the museum paid for weavers to study older pieces and select what they wanted to feature at the show.
This group met with us over and over really consistently. All the decisions were vetted and made by them. The vision was really led by them.
The weaving process starts outside, where weavers spend months gathering material, such as finding mushrooms when they're the right color. Susan Pavel is on the Weaving Center's board.
What we wanted to also lift up was process and all that it took to bring a robe of protection or a dress for a ceremony or leggings for protection to life. It's many, many steps to get there.
Pavel is Filipina and married into the Skokomish tribe. The late Skokomish artist Bruce Miller taught her how to weave in 1996, leaving her responsible to teach others. And back then, Miller, who Pavel refers to as uncle, was one of only 2 people in the state teaching weaving.
I feel like Uncle reached into my soul and lightly just tapped there and ever so slightly pulled out this silver strand and laid it out in front of me. And there's this silver strand that I walk upon, and sometimes I stop. And sometimes I fall down. And sometimes I've been pushed off. And it's not always been easy.
Pavel says she's dedicated herself to weaving by striving to be the strongest link in the chain of knowledge. She sees indigenous culture being revitalized in other ways, too.
We know we're doing the work. We know pieces of our knowledge have been woven back together again because I can see the young ones who are growing up in our longhouses, who are singing our songs and dancing our dances and in our ceremonies, and it's normal for them.
Pavel says the art form isn't meant to stop with her. She's developed the Coast Salish wool weaving certificate at Evergreen College and says she plans to teach more weavers for as long as she can. In Seattle, I'm Freddie Monades.
And finally, the City of Tacoma is doubling the number of public trash cans in the city this year. Northwest Public Broadcasting's Lauren Gallup reports on the efforts to clean up Grit City.
Thane White, a solid waste worker for the City of Tacoma, drills into the ground to install a new metal trash bin.
It's a very tangible and to me, like quantifiable work that I feel like has a lot of impact, and I enjoy that.
Tacoma streets are getting 120 of these new trash cans this year. Why?
So we've heard a lot of feedback consistently from the community, from businesses, that they want more public litter cans. And so this is a response to that.
That's Lewis Griffith. He manages the solid waste division under the Environmental Services Department for the city. He says the city is choosing where to put the new cans based on complaints they get to the city's 311 line about litter. The hope is that
if there's a place for people to put the litter, then they'll use them and not just throw it on the sidewalk.
the new bins cost the city over $2,000 each. They're funded by a solid waste excise tax. That tax has been in place since 2023, and rates went up for solid waste collection at the beginning of the year. The tax also funds salaries. Tidy Up Tacoma hired 2 new solid waste workers this year. White says that helps make pickups more frequent.
I really feel like we're already seeing a difference in the city on what we're able to deal with, because otherwise it just accumulates faster than we can deal with it.
The Tidy Up Tacoma effort has been led by City Council member John Hines. Hines went out to see the new bins White installed near Cheney Stadium.
So these ones are...
We can do a lot to try to tell people not to do it, to increase fees and fines, to punish people when they do it, but I think the most important thing is let's give them a place to put it. Because I think most people walk around and they want to put their trash in the right spot.
The city will be tracking how much waste is collected in the new bins and if the city needs more or less.
I'm hopeful that it's going to really bring down the amount of litter and trash people see.
Before the city had Tidy Up Tacoma, community members had been doing their part to try and clean up the city.
We were filling a gap.
One of the people who's been championing that is Andy Hogg. She is chair of Litter Free 253. That's a community organization that created litter cleanup kits for people to tidy up their neighborhoods.
We're still, I feel, behind in collecting the amount of litter that's out there, on top of keeping up with current littering, a lot of it caused from the lack of trash cans.
Hogg says now that the city is putting an effort into things like public trash cans, she thinks it's moving in the right direction, even if it's slow and expensive.
The ones they're rolling out are super cute. They're fun. I do believe they make people want to engage with them, but also more just plain functional cans, I think would be helpful.
The $2,000 cans are covered with a colorful wrap that has Tidy Up Tacoma branding on them and a coating that is supposed to prevent graffiti. And while $2,000 is a lot of money, it's a lot less than the city has previously spent, up to $6,000 on solar-powered compacting trash cans. In Tacoma, I'm Lauren Gallup.
Appreciate you listening to Seattle Now, and thanks to our generous donors for your support. We love it when you rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. Our production team includes Caroline Chamberlain Gomez, Vaughn Jones, Andy Hurst, Brooklyn Jamerson Flowers, and Paige Browning. Greg Kramer does our theme music. Seattle Now and KUOW Public Radio are members of the NPR network. I'm Patricia Murphy. See you soon.